Hello everyone! Today we are going to be drawing some mini tomatoes and I will show you an easy coloring method that you can use for 3D items. Let's get into it! For today's tutorial, I'm going to be using the Sublime Watercolor pack and the Petite Grain canvas. Everything will be linked below. As usual, I drew a sketch and developed a color palette that you can download. So after downloading, you can insert it like this. Go to Add and insert a photo. There's the sketch and you'll see it in the Layers panel here. Let's make a new layer so that we can start to color. Just going to zoom in a little bit and color this middle tomato. And as you can see, here's the color palette. You can use these two colors for the first layer. Actually, I want to use the first red instead. And I'm going to use the bold rough brush. And we'll just start coloring. Right now, we're coloring the base layer of this tomato, so you'll want to fill in the entire tomato. It's all colored now, so let's go grab our basic blender and start blending out these overlaps that you see here. You may not even have them if you have colored it in one stroke, but I did not. So here is the finished layer. I'm just going to make a new layer and select this light color. I think it's like a beigey color, and start coloring the left corner of the tomato. This is the area that the light will hit. We're just going to pretend that. And you can use the basic blender again to blend out these edges here. By blending out these edges, the secondary color will fit in more seamlessly, just like how things are blended in with real watercolor. So now I'm adding a little bit more color and I will blend that out. If you're happy with that layer, we'll just pinch those two layers together and make a new layer on top. And I'm going to grab this very light pink. It's almost like a white, but not quite. And we'll start coloring the very top of the tomato like this, the left corner. And again, you can use the basic blender to blend the edges out so that it's not like just a blob of color on the top. And also I decided to add like an actual white as well. The white will act as like a highlight, a very natural one if you blend it out like this. And we'll just pinch those two layers together and add one more layer on top and add a darker red on the bottom of the tomato. So this red won't work, so I'm gonna go slightly lighter, and that's still a bit too dark, so I'll keep searching. This one looks like it's going to work, so I'm going to color the bottom portion with this red. And go over the very bottom with a darker red. Now I will briefly show you how I color the other tomatoes. Basically, I use the exact same method, so I didn't want to repeat it and bore everyone, so I'll just explain some of the core methods very quickly. So for this one, the base layer was orange, and now I'm just coloring the left corner again with a lighter orange and blending it out. And then using even a lighter color here, and then I will eventually blend that out to make a highlight on the top where the light is hitting. And then I use a darker orange for the right bottom corner where there's less light and blend that out as well. This one is a dual colored one, so I used two different colors for my base layer, a light orange and a light green, and blended the two colors in the middle, and now I'm just adding some extra colors on the bottom to add shadows. I won't be adding a highlight to this tomato because this one is slightly behind the red one, so I will be adding a darker orange on the left corner just to indicate a shadow there. All of the tomatoes are now colored, so we'll make a new layer on top and select this light green here. Actually, the one right beside, this one might work better, and we'll start coloring the vines. I am still using the bold rough brush. This vine is slightly at the back, so I'm using a slightly darker green just to indicate that this vine is different from the top one. As always, you'll want to blend out any overlaps with the basic blender. We still need to color the top of the tomato, so I'm going to make a new layer on top and select this dark green here and start filling that piece in. I'm doing this voiceover in the morning and my voice is just horrible, so I apologize for that. Afterwards, I just want to take that color and make a new layer on top. A little bit rusty there. I'm going to grab a slightly darker green and just go over some of these areas just because we want to add some depth to the leaves and not make it look so flat. Adding different variations of green, like as a shadow, will make the leaf look a bit more realistic and 3D. And we'll do the same thing to the vine as well, adding a different variety of greens on the right side as a shadow. And here's the finished piece. So that was a very easy tutorial today. If you have enjoyed it, please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.